Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about why it might not be the best idea to breathe into your belly only and why we want to focus on breathing into your rib cage so that it expands in all directions. And I'm going to give you 2 exercises to do just that. I know we hear it all the time. You should breathe into your belly to activate your diaphragm optimally and to get rid of some neck tension and so on. And I get the idea of it because when we breathe in, we don't want the neck to tighten up too much because the neck muscles are just accessory muscles. The main muscle in a body that's responsible for breathing is our diaphragm, that you can imagine that sits underneath our lungs, and that when we inhale it pushes down, which actually gives our rib cage the ability to expand in all directions so that the lungs can inflate fully again. But if we don't focus on the expansion in the rib cage, but we keep the rib cage pretty rigid and only to move our belly forward, breathing into our belly, then we might lose the ability of the rib cage to expand in all directions. And we see that oftentimes, especially with people who are stuck in more of an extension pattern, where when they breathe into their belly, they push everything forward, and that causes the spine to extend even further. And that is something that might become problematic at some point if we keep just breathing like that. So instead, we want to also make sure that we breathe into a rib cage, which actually helps to decompress the spine as well. And then just slightly breathe into the belly. With most people though, what happens is we're not really able to expand our full rib cage in the front, on the side, and especially in the backs anymore. And that is very important, especially the back, because a lot of important nerves run through this area. And if everything here becomes so rigid and tight, it's putting too much pressure on those nerves, and even the shoulder blade needs to glide optimally on the back side of the rib cage. And if these muscles here are too tight, we might see some scapular winging and all kinds of problems in the shoulder area as well. So it's really important to learn to expand the rib cage in all directions. And as you can see in the video up here, we want the diaphragm to be pushed down, but at the same time the rib cage to expand in all directions. If, as I said, we don't have that, then we might use different strategies like an extension pattern to try to make some space and try to breathe in fully. So we now want to do 2 certain exercises to inflate first the back side of our ribs, and then second the front and upper side of our ribs. So go ahead and grab 2 sticks, can be broomsticks or dowels, whatever you have handy. It can also be your the backrest of your chair that you hold on to. But you want to make sure that your arms are pointing down in a 45-degree angle. You now want to bend your knees slightly and tuck your pelvis under so that your back rounds a little bit. In this position, you want to push your hands forward and down so that your shoulder blades move apart, but don't push too much so that you feel that your neck muscles are tightening up. And then in this position, you want to breathe in through your nose, really expanding the back side of your rib cage, and then sigh the air out through your mouth completely. Hold your breath, bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and then breathe in through your nose, really expanding the mid and upper back as much as possible. 4, 5 to 7 deep breaths, and then you want to do the other breathing exercise where you need some space on a wall. So stand in front of the wall and make sure that you have your forearms attached to the wall. And you now want to breathe into your chest area. Again, make sure that your shoulders stay low. You don't want to tighten up your neck muscles too much. And in this position, you also want to make sure that you don't push your rib cage forward too much. So keep it stacked right above your pelvis and focus on the expansion in your chest. Breathe in through your nose and then sigh the air out through your mouth. Completely. Hold your breath again. And then you might feel that your side abs getting engaged. Hold that tension for just a little bit of it. And then you breathe in through your nose again, really expanding your chest area before you sigh the air out again. Hold the side abs tension, which holds the side ribs down here a little bit and keeping you from, again, flaring forward too much. And then breathe in and really expand the upper rib cage. Do both exercises 2 to 3 times, 5 to 7 breaths, and you will feel that your whole rib cage is getting extended and you get more expansion in there, which is some decompression for your rib cage, but also for your spine. If you like my videos and if you don't want to miss any future videos anymore, then hit the subscribe button and also activate the notification bell. And that will also help me to reach more people so that they can benefit from these tips and exercises in my videos as well.